Alright, so we're back with the podcast. I'm happy because I love Saturdays. I love doing the Talk Society podcast. Sadly, we are missing a member today, but we still got King Sombra here. Say hello, Sombra.
Hello, people of the internet.
We still got the boy, substitute, Thought Slayer, Seno. Say hello, Seno.
Saturdays are for dads.
Okay. At this
I
point,
really hope somebody gets that joke.
okay, yeah. We this Saturday, Joker is not here to join us. We will hopefully have someone come in and take his place for this week. We don't know yet, but he might come in later on. But we voted. I made a poll out on Twitter. It was about what we should do next, and 80% of the people said why Death Battle sucks. So this week we're going to be talking about why Death Battle sucks. And I don't want to speak for anyone else here, but Sombra and Seto, would you both agree Death Battle is one of the most sneakiest, lying, like, in a tradition dirty type YouTubers on YouTube?
Yeah, the way I see it, they aren't the worst research thing on YouTube. However, the thing that bothers me is they are likely the one of, if not the most popular versus battling on YouTube. And so,
Notorious. Notorious, yeah. It's fucking.
yeah, so they have, in a way, more of a responsibility to be credible with their stuff, but they're just allowing bias to be thrown in everywhere, and I feel like that's what bothers me the most, because people just believe what that battle says, and once they start spreading misinformation everywhere, it gets everywhere.
Like the power levels don't matter statement, or you
Oh,
can't
Power
yeah, like
scaling.
Sonic.
you can't.
Sonic's not the speed of light because of a fucking Super Smash Bros. Trophy.
The pain.
All right. Well,
Or
my opinion is that you can do this. You know what, Death Battle? You can do whatever the fuck you want. Rooster Teeth, you make a shitty show called Ruby. I'll fight anybody on this. You can do all this crazy shit. Just say that you're wrong. All right. You don't need to proclaim like your prophets or some shit and just go, "Oh yeah, we're always right." The haters are always in the comments telling us that we're wrong, but we're always right and we're always credible. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, fucking Visor Ichigo lifted up 5 pillars. That was his best feat, by the way, so fuck him. Yeah. Sorry.
hey, we're going. Is do you guys want to start in a specific way? Like, do you want to start with like how bad their research is, how they scale characters, their matchups in general?
Yeah, I feel like the main place to start is the way that they go about their research. Because the thing is, at this point, Wiz and Boomstick don't do the research. Like, Wiz acts like he does. Because I remember one time when he admitted to getting the Miss Marvel vs. Android 18 wrong. He was saying that he went back to his research lab and you don't do the research. You have a research team. What are you on about? Actually, now I think about it, it's kind of ironic that the only time they apologize is when they have an anime character be the comic character. But yeah, they have this research team instead of Wiz and Boomstick doing it themselves. So you have
Lies.
these. So you have these two people hosting the show that more than likely don't know what they're talking about, and they're just saying shit, like reading off a script or whatever.
Well, like, I think the biggest problem for me is that they say, like, they claim they do their research, quote unquote, and yet, they say Goku's only, like, a planet buster, and he can barely blow up a star. Or they say Ichigo is not even a planet buster, and that he's couple pillars, couple steel pillars. They say
They said the same thing
Naruto's.
about Naruto as well.
Yeah, they said Naruto's not a planet buster. They said, bro, what was it? They said someone brought this up
Naruto in
earlier.
Sage Mode lifted up a big boulder. Whoa!
They said Sonic's a mountain level.
Oh, dude, can't he like
Fuck.
casually? Dude, he beat like what an out reversal being easy.
Sonic's
In his
easily
base
out of
form,
wrestle,
yeah, in
yeah.
his
Yeah,
base form.
I could go over that in like a future video if you want to do that. So,
Like the Sonic
yeah.
video, yeah. I'd be down for that too.
yeah. They said what Sasuke's only a couple asteroids strong, and he could just blow him out of the sky. Thanos is only star level. I'm just looking through
What?
there.
No way!
Yeah,
No way! They did
they
not
said
say that.
they said
No.
universe level attacks is far too out of Thanos' pay grade.
Excuse me? What?
And that's even sadder when you realize there's a god death Thanos, and there's also old King Thanos who beat the Living Tribunal, who is a hyperversal if you lowball him being.
I
Yeah,
mean, were they using movie Thanos? Because movie Thanos is kind of boo boo.
No, it was
they've been
comics.
using comics. Like the
Oh,
thing is,
okay, then that's a crime. Okay,
don't
that's a
you know?
crime.
Don't you know the whole list on the side, like the list of abilities and shit like that that the characters have, that they have on the side screen when doing all the research and shit. They mentioned the cosmic cube there for Thanos, but they never let him use the cosmic cube in the fights. They just secluded him to the uh the Infinity Stones when they allow its true form Thanos and the anti-life equation.
Dude, they didn't even put
Darkseid.
Thanos at his strongest either. Like,
What
No.
about Darkseid? How bad did they cuck Darkseid?
oh, they just
Dark
said he's
side,
like universal or something because
yeah, they
What?
said that he could
Well, okay,
destroy
okay.
the
Why would
universe
they
if he
say
fell
that?
into it.
Why would he say that he's universal when Thanos is only star level? What type of fucking matchup is that?
dude,
To
like,
be fair, yeah, that's the thing with Death Battle actually that you just remind me of, Senna. Whenever they finish a Death Battle, they act like it's a complete stomp while saying that's very close. Like even with Naruto versus Ichigo, they act like they were highballing Ichigo and he still loses to Naruto.
Yeah,
Which
fucking assholes. They didn't even fucking mention Fullbring, but that's besides the point. Fucking niggas. Oh yeah, Fullbring is just a non-existent form. It's nowhere near as strong as Guy. Even.
dude, they didn't even break up his final Bankai in the fight. They just showed him in Mugetsu, and they're like, "Yep, that's his strongest form." And then they go on their podcast and say Bankai Ichigo.
Uh, hello?
Oh shoot, I disconnected.
well,
Oh yeah, host.
No, oh no.
Itatsu,
Okay, so
Kotatsu.
yeah, I know.
Itatsu.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Oh
so
shit.
I wonder are we still on video? Because it's on Ritatsu's side.
yeah, no, I
Wait, are
just
we recording?
disconnected to on Discord. So besides a little like hiccup, I think like when like Seto brought up how they only put him in full bring, and even though he's stronger than
No, they
Bankai,
didn't bring it up. No, they didn't bring up they didn't bring up Fullbring. They said it was weaker than all the other forms.
and so and they say like their final like Mugetsu's is his strongest, and they didn't even bring up his final Bankai in the fight. He's just like, nope, Mugetsu's the strongest. And they go on their podcast and then say like there is no strong version of Ichigo. Like people with the fan base think Bankai is stronger than Vasto Lorde or Dangai is stronger than Final Bankai.
No, it's linear progression. It's linear progression. There's no like weaker, stronger thing.
It's like saying
Yeah,
God
I
Goku is
feel.
weaker than MUI.
Yeah, like the thing is with Death Battle, they don't seem to understand progression. Like, a good example there, I think, is with Goku himself, like you just mentioned with Tatsu, because with Goku's speed, they mentioned Snake Way of all things. And
Yeah,
they
Even
do the
fucking yeah, the
calculation
same Snake
wrong.
Way that he slept on. Yeah, he freaking slept on Snake Way while he was
dude,
trying to cross
and you
it.
know
Yeah,
what's even
thanks.
more? You
What a
know what?
great speed feat, bro.
You know what's even more ironic about that? They say in their Goku versus Superman Death Battle 2, they say that they don't just pick random points in their story, and yet they use Snake Way, one of the earliest feats for Goku in Z. Not Super, or,
Yeah.
well, Super wasn't that much around back then, but they didn't use
And this still
Z
doesn't matter.
Goku. Like, they didn't use GT feats either. Freaking GT Goku could. Like, trying to think of like a speed feat on top of my head. I know there's stuff in the Namek Saga. He teleports halfway across the world in like a couple seconds. Instant, like, it
I feel
was.
like I think a good one to bring up would be in Cooler's Return with
Yeah,
Metaphor, where like him and
yeah,
Scope were fighting during instant transmission. So
yeah. They
that
were
would
fighting
be
at instant speeds.
They'll probably
yeah.
say
So that would
that's
basically
not
be
canon
a good
though,
one.
because they have this thing about being what's canon, what's not. Dude,
But even
like,
though they
Yeah,
use composite Superman, yeah, get the
yeah.
fuck
Like if
out of here.
yeah, like if they're using composite Superman, then they have to use composite Goku.
they could have used Heroes Goku. Heroes was around back then. Heroes Goku
Yeah.
would destroy Superman.
Oh, but what about the poor research team? They don't have a translator on there. They don't have the money in the budget for that for Tatsu. Oh, silly
Clearly.
boy. Did they put effort in their videos?
Not to mention they lowball Superman a fuck ton.
Max. Said his best feat was the quadrillion lift or whatever the fuck, and then they just said he was infinite at the end of the video because why not?
Did
Yeah.
in their
Which
first death battle of Goku versus Superman, didn't they say like they can't use future Goku because they would have to use future Superman, and he's God, so like that means he just
yeah,
instantly
like
wins. And what was it like Superman Prime 1,000,000? The most.
Prime.
yeah, Superman
Oh
Prime
yeah,
1,000,000.
bro, they hype up Superman Prime 1 million to be this fucking unbeatable form, right? All right, fuck. Is he even galaxy? Is he even a galaxy level? I think there's one guy I saw. He said he's not even galaxy level.
It depends how you scale him. Like, some people say that he's after post crisis, and if that was true, then he would just scale above post crisis Superman. Whereas I think there is some arguments that he isn't really connected to post crisis, and in that case, he doesn't have any above galaxy feats himself. So no, he won't be. Um,
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the thing is, if they wanted to use, oh, we would then have to use future Superman. They could have like brought up Strange Visitor or something
Yeah, but
to
that's
like
like
defend.
not even Superman though. It's like some weird robot.
No,
Oh
that's
no,
no, that's
that's
Cosmic Armor you're thinking of. Strange
yeah,
Visitor is
Strange.
Superman.
Oh, strange. Oh, never mind. My bad. That's the fifth dimensional Superman, all right?
No, he's like six,
Yeah,
seven. Well, doesn't he
he
like?
he breaks into the sixth dimension.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was the seventh. It's been a while
Mm,
since I've read it though.
Basically, what happens is he needs to go into a dimension above Mexi, and that's turned out to be the sixth dimension. He doesn't travel to the seventh dimension though.
Okay, that would be me then. Uh, yeah, I'm looking through their death battles, just seeing like.
Hey, remember their early works, fucking Boba Fett versus Samus Aran? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Boba Fett's lasers would penetrate Samus's armor. That's fucking awesome, dude. His greatest weapon, a rocket launcher on his jetpack. Whoa.
Not to
Whoa, dude.
mention, not to mention, but the kind of damage that Samus takes in general,
Like
like
fuck.
she'd be fine, like no matter what Boba Fett shows her.
I
Like,
think the X virus can eat through metal armor, can copy and paste pretty much anything in the universe, and she beat its entire race on a planet that was infested with it, and she was
yeah,
exposed to the X virus the entire fucking time.
yeah, and she
So
was fine. And then she's
yeah,
like,
she was fine.
and then like she's taking on Ridley, who can keep
She
up with.
even beat a stronger version of herself that had a transformation.
Yeah, and then like there's a and then like there's every situation with Ridley, and I'm pretty sure Ridley can keep up with Samus' spaceships, which can
Yeah,
travel at billions, like millions to billions of times faster than light. So she
and
basically
Samus
blitzes.
can fucking one shots. Well, not one shots, but she's able to beat upgraded versions of Ridley, Meta Ridley, Bio Ridley, all the different Ridleys. I don't know who has
Yeah.
more forms, Ridley or Goku, because Ridley just keeps coming back to
Oh,
life.
yo, you guys
There's
are
like 15 Ridleys.
you guys remember? Whoa, he can take a freaking nuclear blast. He can,
Which
or
one was
Yeah.
that one?
They
Was
it,
that
said it's about
Shadow?
Shadow. Yeah,
yeah.
they said about Shadow.
You remember that?
And the Shadow versus Vegeta. They're like, he can even take a nuclear fucking blast. Like, are you
Yeah.
fucking
Whoa,
kidding?
dude.
Why has there been nukes in Sonic? And why don't you mention stuff like, I don't know, Chaos or,
Dude,
um,
wait. In that game, it's Black Doom, and Black Doom is fucking nuts. He even created Shadow. He
yeah,
fucking he's able to transport millions of organisms to like fucking across planets, across the universe. He's able to do all this other crazy shit.
They didn't even
yeah,
use
and then,
GT
uh,
Vegeta either. They just said, oh nope, Z Vegeta is the most we could use, or else he's cheating by getting Super Saiyan 4. That's like what?
Oh no! That was I think Seth's video, and Seth and Chuck's
oh
video
no,
when
they
they
didn't.
mentioned that Super Saiyan was cheating, but of course Shadow always carries 7 Chaos Emeralds with him. Totally, yeah, that's
Yeah.
part of his body. That's part.
The reason that I'm pretty sure the reason that said Super Saiyan 4 was cheating is because they need Bulma to fire the Blitz waves at Vegeta. Because, like, we don't know if Vegeta can use the machine by himself. But,
Okay, but Shadow still needs to shit out 7 emeralds.
yeah, and, like, not to mention, like, the thing is, you can easily argue that, Shadow's multiplier when taking off the inhibitor rings is comparable to a super form. So they could just use that.
Dude, then you just got like I love at the end of the death battle. They always give like their arguments on why they win, and most of them, if not pretty much all of them, they give like the stupid line of reasoning. Example: Superman is infinite, so he just wins. Or they lowball Goku. They literally have his speed from base to Super Saiyan, and then Super Saiyan 2, it's the same as his base form, even though it's a confirmed, what is it, like 1,000 times stronger than his base form in Super Saiyan 2. If you go by
Yeah,
Mastered Super Saiyan, and then times 2 of that.
I remember
No,
in
but that was like
I remember
before like we got the mastered Super Saiyan scaling. Before we just kind of used 50 times.
yeah, I remember in it was Twilight Sparkle versus Raven. They said that at the end of when they're doing the end of video analysis, they were saying that Twilight isn't even mountain level, and she's like 5 times the speed of sound, even though you have characters traveling through time and shit. And they
Hey
said,
guys, I think what a great matchup would be is a horse that can like move, like, break the sound barrier super goddamn fast. Well, you know who can beat that? Starscream, yeah, Stars. Whoa,
Why was
dude.
that even? Why was that even a death
He's a
battle?
he's
I
a
don't know.
jet, bro. You just don't understand, bro.
Not to mention if like you actually go into it, like they had Rainbow Dash win, which is right. Those were all the wrong reasons.
Dude, I think the only like strong one from Transformers is like you have Galvatron. I think you have Megatron, Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime when he's in God mode is pretty nuts. But like
Yeah,
everyone else
Optimus
is just
Prime
kind
with
of
like the Matrix leadership.
Is he out
yeah.
reversal, Sombra?
What's that?
Is he out reversal?
Is Optimus Prime out of Versal?
Yeah.
No, no.
I don't know. I don't scale Transformers. I need to
I
read the
haven't.
comics because I heard they're awesome.
I know in IDW comics, there's arguments I can use to like put some of the top tiers at universe level, but I've never seen Outerverse level.
Unicron's just big as fuck. Unicron's like a whole galaxy. This man's big as shit.
I don't scale Transformers, so I don't know anyone who
Yeah.
does either. If you do,
But
my
they were
apologies.
bringing up like they had clips in their death battle of like movie Starscream, and all the movie Transformers are fucking trash because they get hurt by human weapons. Like they
Doesn't
get.
remember in the first movie where like Megatron's dominating Optimus, but then he gets bodied by like 3 tanks.
Dude, fucking Starscream gets taken out by Sam Witwicky with a fucking wire and a hook.
Yeah.
They suck ass in the.
Dude, you know what's always funny? Like Sombra, you were saying like, or maybe it was Seno, when someone said it, where they lose because of stupid reasons, and like Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. Like I got this right in front of my face. They said
Oh
Green
god.
Lantern wins because he can turn back time and then kill Ben when he was a baby or something. Even though
Yeah, which
Alien X is a causal and never existed. Or
Yeah,
like,
like
yeah.
he's not affected by anything.
so he could just be an
Another
alien.
reason
Oh, that's dumb.
another reason that doesn't work is I think it's called the Zodobro effect, which exists in Ben 10, which is basically with a lot of characters that can manipulate time and such, they're able to sense when someone is affecting time in any way, like time travel, for example. So that would mean that if Green Lantern tried to go back in time, Alien X would know right away and be able to follow him and like just beat the shit out of him before he gets the chance to do anything.
Dude, or like they said, what, Green Lantern can turn into anything, and so anything Ben does, Green Lantern can counter.
Oh god, that's the
Like,
worst.
Oh well, Ben 10 can copy any alien in ever. So can he just go up to like an Oa or whatever the fuck those like little Smurf Green Lanterns are and just turn into one of those motherfuckers?
sure. Like, if they would have highball DC, then highball Ben
Like,
10. Like,
yo, what if he just did that? Yo, what if? Yo, that would be so broken.
dude, like, freaking out. Like,
Bro,
Alien X and
he
pretty.
just copies the entire Sinestro Corps.
I'm pretty sure Alien X is stronger than the Lanterns.
Yeah, yeah, he's
Oh
stronger
yeah,
than. Yeah.
easily.
Well, actually, I know the rings. They're like outer dimension, not extra
They're
And
dimensional.
plus
extra
Alien
dimensional.
X,
Yeah,
and plus Alien X is ageless. Alien X is ageless, so you can't even travel to the future and kill him.
yeah. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah, and like besides like extra dimensional, for the most part, it usually just means like beyond the 3 spatial dimensions.
And
So
you know
like
they could have had this fight. You know what? They could have had this fight, but you know what would have been way better if they had Green Lantern do the same shit, but just have Alien X just roided out, shattered up, still waiting for him in the past. That shit would have been funny as hell. And then he just got his ass beat. See, that would have been funny. It would have been a funny little video. But no, you had to have Green Lantern win because of Kuro the artist saying all that, to starting the whole Alien X train.
Like 5 years
yeah,
later, too, or not five, but like two
But
years
yeah,
later. 2 years
yeah,
later,
that's so.
it's like wow, way to
Oh,
hop on late, or
oh,
like
well, oh, 'cause- wait, if Green Lantern beats Alien X and Death Battle's like, oh, well, Alien X is unbeatable except for Green Lantern. Is Green Lantern stronger than Infinite Superman? That means Green Lantern's infinite, guys. Whoa!
dude, and like
Wow!
Alien X is 5D. He like being a causal means like you're 5D by itself. There's no like I don't know like how you guys feel about like Green Lantern. Like can't you like I'm not like super big into DC, but isn't he like 4D casually? He's not like
yeah, 40 because like the like you mentioned before, I talked to um the rings themselves are extra dimensional. I mean, they are in themselves above 3 spatial dimensions. I mean, they would be fourth dimensional. Um, which so like in the universal ranges basically. Um, though with an X he would be at least fifth dimensional, and I remember Kuro the artist making arguments that he could possibly be sixth dimensional. So there's that.
Kuro was pretty smart in his Ben 10. So like he's not like the worst person to go off of. I mean, I would prefer if like an in-depth power scaler went into it, but maybe like sometimes we could
Yeah,
talk.
it's. I mean, he did get better. I don't think we should count his first video on Ben 10 because he kind of went over forearms and shit like that.
Freaking street level
Yeah.
characters too,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah, and
speed racer.
Forearms.
I also know that in one of the videos where he's talking about six-dimensional Ben 10, Chuck Cybercook was involved in the video, so he probably got some inputs from Chuck. So I
Yeah,
think,
he started collabing with like actual power scalers and stuff like that.
Like
yeah, so
just a
I'd say that
robot.
oh god,
Yeah, then
All right, we don't want to start.
yeah, let's not go too far away from that, Bella. No, actually, one of the more recent ones that I really hate with Death Battle is the Mario vs. Sonic. This is the rematch one.
what they said he's only relativistic to light. Sonic
They
is.
said both Mario and Sonic are only relativistic. Like, Mario is relativistic in reaction speeds, and then Sonic is
Okay.
relativistic in travel speed. And so they're saying, well, I guess Mario can keep up with Sonic.
Wait, I have a big issue. Whenever they try to use video game characters with like invincibility power-ups, their argument is, oh well, their invincibility doesn't last long. So like, even though Supersonic is like a billion bajillion times increase, it only lasts like 5 minutes. So like, even if he had like immeasurable speed, it wouldn't matter.
What's even worse, though, is what's even worse with that is the whole misconception with Sonic's time limit is it actually lasts way longer than people think.
His time
It's
stop.
only
If
really
he
like
has immeasurable speed, it doesn't matter if he's freaking like
He's got
1 second
irrelevant
long.
speed. He doesn't have immeasurable, irrelevant easily.
Yeah, well,
irrelevant speed, which is even
no,
beyond
but
that.
just is bringing up a point. Just bringing up a point. If he has like this big ass speed increase, it doesn't matter if it's 1 second or 1 millisecond. He's still gonna fucking one shot in that one in that like
Yeah.
that 1 second.
That's the main thing that bothers me with like Shadow versus Vegeta. Shadow stomps in base form, and they act like once Shadow loses his super form, he automatically loses to Vegeta.
Yeah, he
And
was
like
even keeping up with him in Super Saiyan, and in their own fight, he was keeping them up with Vegeta, and then he went Super Form, and then after he's done with Super Form, Vegeta just kind of one shots him for no reason.
yeah, like what kind of
What?
logic is that? How does Vegeta damage Shadow? I think that's the bigger question.
How did Shadow run out of energy?
I don't know.
I tried to find
Like,
it.
what was it?
I tried to find
the
where they.
ultimate life form. What the fuck?
I'm trying to find where they say they're only relativistic, and I was gonna play it on stream.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Well, Mario has the star power, so that's equal to hypersonic. What?
Ah, fuck.
What?
The star
here we go.
power is
I found it.
What the hell?
There you go. People on
Oh
stream
my
can
God.
hear it because I'm recording it. I'll play it right here.
no.
Alright.
He's way too fast, right? Yes and no. While Mario obviously couldn't match Sonic's relativistic top-running speeds,
Or you
he's
get
moved
bullied,
efficiently
I
as a
swear
bolt
to
of
God.
electricity and
I had a
piloted the
nickel
Star
for-
Diver. Based on our calculations, this puts him at the same level as Sonic's own reactionary feats. Since Mario was tough enough to tank almost anything Sonic could throw.
Did you guys hear that? Relativistic. They said Sonic is
Oh.
relativistic, and Sombra, would you care to explain why that is absolutely incorrect?
Alrighty then. So
Oh boy, we're gonna be here for a while.
Make it a little brief though.
yeah, I'll make it brief. So there's many feats that put Sonic above Faster Knight, though they're not even needed. He has infinite speed feats, like he ran an infinite distance in Sonic and the Secret Rings, which you can find the information in the guides for Sonic and the Secret Rings. Then there's also the factor that he faces the likes of Iblis, which is an eternal archetype, which are basically platonic concepts.
Hey, Gogeta's here.
Yo,
Oh, damn it.
I might need to mute him. I might need to lower it.
sorry, my dumb ass low key like had to dip for half I don't fucking know how.
Could you tone it down a bit?
Could you get out of the store?
Yeah, can you get out the factory?
Oh,
Okay, Sombra can. Well, Sombra was explaining something. Can you continue?
Yeah, so you have the likes of Iblis, which are confirmed eternal archetypes, which are platonic concepts essentially. So the likes of Iblis, Dark Gaiason are beyond dimensionality, and so their speeds won't be bound by dimensionality, which would essentially be irrelevant speed. And so you don't even need to bring up speed when you're talking about Sonic. It doesn't matter.
all
And that's
right.
just Iblis and Dark Gaia. It's just Iblis. Like two of the most fodder ones, honestly. They just kind of get one-shotted sometimes. Iblis got taken over and became an even more powerful person, and Dark Gaia just like got one-shotted by Supersonic. So yeah.
Mm.
You guys remember when they said that? I'm trying to find it. Where is it? Oh, did they delete that death battle?
No, they would never delete a death
They
battle.
want to delete
What?
this file now.
If I can
No,
still find Rainbow Dash versus Starscream, I'm pretty sure you can find whatever death battle you want. Or Link versus
Oh,
Cloud.
here
Oh
it
yeah.
is.
Okay.
No, when they said what Doctor Strange is only like planet level or star, I forget it was on the planet or so. Wait,
what?
I got
Let's
one.
put them in planet level. Why can't anybody be like star
Dude,
level
why do
or
they
freaking like a
lowball?
universe
Why
level?
do they lowball in general? Like Goku at
Why
this
is
point's
everyone planet
multiverse,
level?
or they're like they say things
What? You
are.
haven't played World of Warships yet?
Oh, let me turn off YouTube. For some reason, it was playing. Uh, oh yeah, that was a dumb death battle, Gogeta. You could talk still, Gogeta. You just don't like. Oh no, the background was making kind of like ear rape. Oh,
Yeah, I'm trying not to talk that much because the mic is trash.
but
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
but in Doctor Strange versus Doctor Fate, what this Doctor Fate wins, even though Doctor Strange bodied the Beyonder, like what, like infinite dimensional at least Beyonder. You could even say he's universal, going off of some guide statements, but
He's called the fucking Beyonder, dude. He's the fucking Beyonder.
There's
actually,
also another thing I want to mention with how they lowball love shit is I remember with Hulk versus Doomsday, they said the only faster that Hulk fights is the Sentry. Like no one
what?
else is faster.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I don't like though is when they like we keep touching on this, except for some reason they keep going away. Stupid logic. Guts beats Nightmare because he fights demons on a regular basis, and because he has better training, even though Nightmare casually is fighting like world-busting beings in Night and
No,
Soul
yeah, even
Calibur.
in their own video. Their own video. They showed Dark they showed what's his name? They showed him like doing a freaking a planet level feat. And
Berserk doesn't have anything on that feed. At least I don't think. I haven't gotten super far into
well,
Berserk.
maybe
He
somebody in
doesn't.
the demon realm right at the moment. But I don't know about guts. I don't know about guts.
Or Kirby beats Boo because he threw a pan over the sun. Like what?
I
What's
mean,
sad about
I
that
mean,
type of
Kirby beats Boo. It's just
yeah.
why?
They didn't
Why
even
the
use
pan over the
Boo-Han.
sun?
They
Yeah,
barely
like the
used
thing is
Kid Boo too.
yeah, like the thing is they lowballed Bodum severely and they had Kirby win. However, in the way they did it, it made it feel like Boo should have won. When the thing is Kirby stomps there's no contest, Kirby stomps Boo
It's
and
just the reasoning for Kirby was so fucking dumb that it just made
yeah.
everybody feel like they were lying.
Yeah, exactly. When
Or
you have like Kirby even in his own games is taking on Master and Crazy Hand.
or when they said Toph beats
Wait.
Gaara because she could earthbend his dead mother's sand soul. Like,
Even though Avatar specifically says you can't bend living things, so technically she could never even fucking touch Gaara's sand.
dude, and Gaara
Yeah.
in the war is like, dude, he paralyzes Madara. Like, this is like Sage Mode. Although he was blind, Sage Mode alive Madara, who was stronger than
I
Edo
mean,
Madara.
Madara was just kind of flexing his dick around in that fight. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was still impressive. Still impressive.
I'm trying to think of other stupid. Like, we can get into how bad the death battle, like, the matchups are. Like, they put. Or I will say this, they don't use the right version sometimes. So, when they use a death battle, I expect them to use their prime version, like, at their best. Don't pick a random form. For example, they use Z Master Roshi versus Jiraiya, even though Z Master Roshi is still, like, yeah, comparable to, like, way better than, like, Super, like, Roshi. That's still such a
Okay, but how is
mismatch.
Jiraiya? How is Jiraiya even touching Roshi?
Let
Like,
alone
I don't
sealing a,
understand.
or wait, what was it? Countering his moon level Kamehameha with his Mountain Rasengan in
Massive Rasengan. Like that's so stupid. Like Jiraiya's not even freaking like mountain level. I don't know. Is he mountain level? Would you say that
Um,
Jiraiya's mountain level?
I'd say
No.
it's probably about mountain potentially.
I've made a post like scaling with like Madara who can like with this Susanoo takes out mountaintops. You would have to say his
Yeah.
Rasengan could do something similar since it can carve mountains. Carving meaning like almost destroying or destroying majority of it. So that's kind of like I
See,
don't
guys,
know.
you like how we're talking about whether he is or not mountain level. Meanwhile, we're just like, oh yeah, fucking Roshi just blew up the moon, and we're just
Yeah,
he just kind of
exactly.
just did that. Vegeta saves the Earth because he made a fake moon, and after Piccolo blew up the other one.
Or
Uh,
let me see. They said what? They said in Jotaro versus Ken. Dude, this one actually like pissed me off. Like I'm not gonna lie. They said Jotaro.
Kenshiro wins, right?
Yeah,
Kenshiro wins,
easily.
right?
Like that's not even what they said. Kenshiro is only building level because a building fell over him and he crushed it with just by walking through it. And Jotaro's not faster than light. Like what? Dude, that's so.
Oh yeah, even though like everything in JoJo is faster than light, everything in JoJo is faster than light after you get to the stand
They also
because freaking Polnareff is able to cut light. He's able to legit cut light
they also pointed to
while
a
it's moving.
guide and they said like the guide literally verbatim says Star Platinum is faster than light. And then in their
No-
podcast, like their what is it, Death Battle cast, they said that the word of the author doesn't matter, and it's like
What?
no.
what?
I mean, it's like in Naruto, yeah, some statements and doubtables can be taken like that. I can understand. That's not really a problem in Dragon Ball. Bleach is pretty. It's kind of like with Dragon Ball. There's not too much
No,
misinformation.
no, it doesn't matter. What's in a guide? Legit, I can just have Jotaro at light speed right now. Just look, Polnareff cut light while he was moving. Polnareff gets stronger because of an enemy stand. Jotaro beats the shit out of Polnareff with the enemy stand buff. There you go. He's faster than light. Okay, we're done here. We're done here. He just orders the shit out of it. He breaks the sword too. So stupid.
They do really bad at scaling too. Like when it comes to inverse scaling, like in Might Guy versus All Might, they said Might Guy surpasses like Six Paths base Naruto, even though he Six Path base Naruto destroyed the same Madara that Guy couldn't beat. So and
I don't know.
Remember what Goku where they said they can't use power scaling, and yet with Android 18 they power scale Android 18 to Goku?
Dude, they also contradict. I'm happy you brought that up. They contradict their statements. They said Master Roshi's like something a million times faster than light, and then they give Android 18 or no. They make End of GT Goku like 640,000 like
Yeah, so in their own
kilometers.
fucking world, that Master Roshi's faster. Oh well, Master Roshi dodged Jiren. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my
Yeah, that's
face.
not
This is a
Z.
manga.
That's dude. They also might have been using
I
Super
know.
though. That's a thing because they
Yo,
showed
yo,
clips or manga panels.
oh, freaking no, Master Roshi, like, so Goku's having a hard time with Jiren, and then Master Roshi's like, "Don't worry, my apprentice, I got this." And Jiren can't hit Roshi because of the turtle school style. It's the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, but it was awesome. So yeah, and
Match
then that teaches Goku how to unlock Ultra Instinct. Yeah, the manga's dumb.
Matchup wise, they do pretty bad too. They pick pretty blatant characters that kill the other characters, or they blatantly lie to say a character beats the other. Goku versus Superman isn't brought up. They also say like they pick Raiden versus Wolverine to say Raiden like with his what is it, his Ketchin ability and his sword can just cut through
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine's adamantium, or I gotta think.
Hey, hey guys, you like how they bring up like Captain Marvel versus Android 18? They bring up like stars and shit like that, but of course they're not even planet level guys. But
They said Android
they
18
in
was
their own
mountain level.
yeah they said Android 18 was fucking mountain level, and they had her getting hurt by rocks that were falling down.
Which that itself doesn't make sense if they're making Master Roshi moon level, and yet they're saying
Oh, yeah, we can't take statements. We can't take statements, guys. Even though Vegeta deadass says, Android 18 asks, like, oh, why aren't you going all out? Because I would destroy the Earth if I went all out. Ooh, yeah, like legit. He says, like, I will blow up this fucking Earth if I went all out in Super Saiyan 1. Boom.
you could say Android 18's like solar system level, considering that
Yes.
like
I would say
The new shit that we've
multi-source
learned.
level even.
yeah with
Yeah, the
like
new shit that we've learned.
with the god saying like super perfect cells like galaxy like mid galaxy level like that's
Yeah.
pretty.
There's a calc for first from Frieza destroying Planet Vegeta that puts it all the way up at solar system level. So you
uh,
could easily get Android 18 up to multi-solar system level.
did like webcam make that count?
Yeah. Well,
Like I
it
would
was
I would
dwarf
trust
star level,
webcam if
like,
he made it.
I'll see if I'm fine.
well, isn't it like dwarf star level? But like, I guess the new stuff that we've learned, I guess it could be buffed to galaxy. Wait, no,
No,
solar system.
no, that doesn't change any like it just
Yeah, it
changes that
doesn't change
arc.
anything.
It doesn't
Yeah,
change
I was
what's
like,
happened.
yeah, because he mentions that it was solar system level, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, wait, wasn't the calc originally just dwarf star level?
Yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
Frieza being solar system level.
Yeah, by like
I'll
blowing up
get.
exatons of force with yeah, I remember the calc. They also say like in their Hiei versus Sasuke video that Sasuke can't do anything because Hiei can counter fire and lightning release, and Genjutsu doesn't work even though Sasuke can he can remove people's memories in Boruto, and in
Oh
the end of
God.
Shippuden he with one glance he impresses the Sage of Six Paths, the strongest Naruto character, and by
I hate
that
that. I hate that because like by their logic, it's just like, oh well, anybody who's immunity to lightning, they're just immune to all of Sasuke's attacks. Oh yeah, just have Benjamin Franklin with a fucking lightning rod that he and just walk up to Sasuke and just beat the shit out of him because Sasuke can't do anything.
dude they did the same thing in
Sasuke throws a Kieran.
they did the same thing in
Sasuke throws a Kieran at Benjamin Franklin.
they did something similar to that in JoJo versus Kenshiro. They said that no matter what, stands can't be hurt by regular people or by anything. Only stands can hurt stands.
Even though they're just astral like beings or whatever. They're just kind of like their life force or something.
Meaning
Stands are
when a
weird.
freaking Cthulhu came down from the heavens, a stand's gonna be like, nope, you can't hurt me because you're not a stand. Freaking Beyonder
Oh, that would,
can't.
to be
Like, what?
honest, Ritatsu, that would be a JoJo moment and a half. It would just be like Cthulhu rains down from above, and then Jodo just goes, yada yada does it. Stop letting him Salado. Just orders the shit out of Cthulhu. That's something that could happen in JoJo, but of course he's not Cthulhu level.
Or you could say like freaking outer, like the Beyonder, like they just no, they use someone used an example of this where they had a hypothetical of an outerversal monkey. That outerversal monkey would lose to a stand because of the logic.
What?
Where I forgot where that was stated. That was somewhere. Also getting to like
Dude, Bleach characters can't hit stands, even though they're astral. Yeah, Bleach. Yeah, Zanpakuto's immune. Like they're immune to that shit. Yeah, fucking Bankai, more like Bankrai. Stupid.
didn't Aizen just by standing next to a human just like it's
Like,
soul
just
crush.
disintegrate him.
Yeah.
Just disintegrate him. Yeah.
And Stark
I
with
mean, I think
his
about. Oh yeah, Stark and Lily Net were always alone in Hueco Mundo because they couldn't be around other Hollows because the Hollows would just blow up around them because of their spiritual pressure.
Do you guys got any nitpicks yourself on what you don't like?
Could I bring up like a better example of what Death Battle should be?
Yeah, that's definitely
I
fine.
think. Okay, so you guys ever heard of the show called 1 Minute Melee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the thing about 1 Minute Melee, it has shitty matchups. It had Goku one-shot Sonic, right? It had all these other stupid things. It had Saitama one-shot Goku. Fuck out of here. And and it has like all this other stupid shit, right? Meruem versus Cell, even though Merum's like only mountain level.
Mario
Yeah,
versus
and they had Meruem win. They had Meruem win.
What?
They had Meruem win. Kenshiro versus Jotaro. Jotaro wins.
What?
They had all this stupidness, right? But the best part about 1 Minute Melee and why I watch them over Death Battle is because they say they don't do research. They just make matchups. At least they're honest about it. It can be as stupid, as retarded as possible, like Aizen versus Madara, even though Aizen would kind of clap. But it's still, they make it cool. They put time into their animations. It's 1 minute only, just sprite battles, and it's really cool. Sometimes they have voice acting. They make their own OSTs and everything. It's cool. And they don't do research. They are open about lying. They say like, okay, don't take our videos seriously. We just do this
Yeah.
for fun. That could be Death Battle. You could just say this is not right. Skip the whole stupidness and just keep it DBX if you want to just do that. I have no problems with you taking Mario and Sonic and putting them in the same fight and having Mario win, as long as you say you didn't do any research and you shouldn't take this video seriously.
Yeah, like even if they like kept the research stuff, but just said like it's a parody kind of thing. It's not like full on research. They just went onto a Wikipedia page or some shit.
No,
Not
or
saying that a true power scaling death battle thing where they actually put effort into the research and they actually debate before uploading the videos instead of doing a weekly garbage can dump on YouTube. Like that could be done, but it needs more time and they want money, so I'm pretty sure they're never gonna do that.
you know what? Like, you know what kind of bothers me though? It's like anytime you would make something against them, they immediately like this happened with Seth. They send their fans over to go try to dox the other people, and then they support them.
Yeah, I
It's
even remember one time, and there was like an interview with Wiz and Boomstick where they were asked about people debunking their videos on YouTube, and they said they just ignore those people, they don't matter, and all they do is give Death Battle more publicity to these people always come back to their video, which is the
Fucking
worst
snake
way
mentality.
to ever. It's like the worst way to ever think of content because it's basically throwing away criticism and using it for publicity instead.
Fucking rats, dude. Fucking rats.
So he,
man.
and then they have to have their death battle cast to basically keep them relevant with their
Bro,
word.
Death Battle Cast is
It's
just them
retarded.
stroking their dicks for like 2 hours. They're just like, oh yeah, man, our show is like super popular, and like if you say anything that's true, we'll just say it's false because fuck you. We have like 1 billion subscribers. It's like this one guy is like, oh well, Darkspine Sonic could wipe out like a small universe or whatever. That's not true. Ah, just shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, I remember
Well,
they
Goku
said that.
beats them. Let's give the Dragon Ball people that.
Yeah,
Those
like I
assholes,
remember they
dude.
said the whole thing of Goku beat Sonic just to give Goku a win. I'm like, fuck
And
you
I hate
all
how the
that.
comment section just fills their ego too. They're just like the comment section is just a bunch of plebeians just going, "Oh, yeah, don't talk about Dragon Ball, because the Dragon Ball fans are gonna come and they're gonna be really mad.
Or
Don't talk about anime, man." That's fucking.
dude, didn't they say that?
I
Yeah,
swear they're drooling while they're typing. I swear to God, they're drooling on their keyboard.
dude, they said
Fucking sheep,
freaking what's his name? I want to say who's the dude that plays Wiz? Ben Singer. He
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
that he said that the world of Dragon Ball is only 4 universes in size. That's like
Galaxies.
even though we see
Those are 4 galaxies.
on panel we've seen Super Shenron engulf numerous galaxies, and we've seen 12 universes being explained to us by Whis, and we see it
Yeah,
in the
I think
in,
Super Shenron was the most DC thing I've ever seen in Dragon Ball, where like they summon a dragon and the dragon just eats galaxies for like no reason. Just kind of ate it. It's so stupid.
he might dude, that would be a cool death battle. Super Shenron versus Galactus, who wins?
Well, Super Shenron can grant any wish, like anything. So
Super
I don't
Shenron
know.
has no limit. So it's a Galactus.
I mean, could he? I mean, I don't know, cause then it just comes down to like raw power. Because if
Galactus,
Super
I'm pretty
Shenron's,
sure.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure Galactus has way better feats than Super
Yeah, he
Shenron's.
has
Wait,
like multiverse.
couldn't
Feats, like multiverse plus one.
like according to like Zuna or Zeno and Grand Priest, even Golden Frieza said this. Like Golden Frieza, he could have took the Dragon Balls and affected Beerus with it and replace him.
But,
But I don't know if that's
or he
like
Yeah.
could have,
affecting.
or he could have toppled. He was actually like somewhat. I think he was like fucking with us the entire time, but he gave implications that he could have used the Dragon Balls to like overthrow Zeno or something like that.
And like Zeno's casually multiverse, like a wave of his hand, he blew up like 36
Everything.
universes. Yeah, the whole timeline.
He did.
Yeah.
He destroyed an entire timeline just because. Oh, this timeline's ugly. Die.
It sounds like Boo. Doesn't sound like Zeno.
I mean, Zeno. I guess Zeno just sounds like yay, something like that. Squish, bro.
Is there really
They're these
anything?
gods of destructions that are like universal and shit like that. They're always just
They're like
choking on
multiversal.
Zeno's blood.
Actually, well, the
Or
high
multi-
tiers are
Yeah,
not like freaking Seadra and the robot and Hellas. What's the other?
yeah, but
Ramushi,
like Quinella, not Quinella,
Quintella,
mine.
Belmod,
Forgot what the dude's
Quintella,
name.
Jin, or Gene. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The fish dude, and Beerus. So like the top tiers. Then you get into like Champa, Liquor,
Yeah, but they're all
Iraq.
shitting themselves because of Zeno. They're all like, please, Zeno, please don't blow me up. Please don't kill me. Not even blow me up. They just get erased from existence, and they don't even show up in the afterlife. They just die.
Yeah, that would be a cool video. We should rank the strongest
A
gods
God's
of
destruction.
I think it would like because I have them tiered. Like lowest would easily be Seadra, like freaking Golden Frieza might actually body him, then it would probably go. What is that
God of
robot's name?
Destruction Topo.
Moscow.
God of
That's his
Destruction
name.
Topo.
Moscow would beat him. Or probably
Isn't he
Moscow,
that little
Ramoshi,
rat?
Quitella.
Yeah, he's that little rat guy.
Yeah.
No, there's another little rat guy that's in the robot.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Moro. Isn't Moro a god of destruction? I haven't kept up with
I don't
Super's
know.
manga. I could Google that.
I'll need to look back. I've heard rumors that Moro's the god of destruction, though I don't think it was ever like legitimately confirmed or anything.
I saw some theories about it because his occupation is a wizard. Okay, he's a planet eater. Must mean he's planet level, clearly.
Oh yes, planet eaters, planet
I don't think
level.
he like.
Oh yeah, dude.
I saw some actually pretty good theories, like when Android 17 has to resurrect all the universes that included universes 13 through 18, not just.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they all got resurrected.
Yeah, but is there anything you guys want to add, or should we
uh,
close?
I think we said enough.
I mean, we
yeah, I
don't
think
like
the main
Death
thing.
Battle. What's the
Yeah,
big thing?
that battle fix your
Oh,
shit.
if anyone wants to defend Death Battle, come debate us.
Oh yeah, I got a debate server open. I will not be afraid to debate you. Come in.
I think we actually should drop that. We could drop that in description if you want.
Yeah.
Like we don't care. We don't come on in. I want to see. Also, they are recorded. So if you kick our ass, we will post it on YouTube. That is a bet. We will post our asses getting kicked by Death Battle people.
Dude, we could show it. I could send it to Seth and said, "There you go. I got you, man." Bro,
Dude, we'll just be no. If we lose, guys, oh my god, guys, I'm so scared. We have like no evidence, just like Death Battle. Oh my god, we're gonna get clapped, dude. Oh god, oh god, dude. They're gonna beat me with their bullet level. Oh god.
alright. Yo,
Oh,
so
freaking one.
that all you guys
Wonder
want to add
Woman.
then?
Um, Death battle, fix your shit, or I'm coming for
Stop.
you.
Stop. Like I know that Blue Apron sponsored looking kind of tasty. I get it. It's I get it. It's Blue Apron, bro. But like, calm down. It's
Or
not that. It's not that worth it. Just go around lying on the internet.
yo, I gotta ask you this before we end. What is worse, Death Battle or Amino?
Ooh.
I think Death Battle because they're actually getting paid to be fucking dickheads.
So's Amino.
Yeah, there's the paid part. I think Amino personally,
Hey,
because I feel like the leaders can have more of an effect on the members than Death Battle can on the viewers.
Amino's
Because like you
bigger
can just skip.
too.
Yeah, Amino's bigger as
It's
well.
like
Like,
10
and not to
million.
mention like you can just get banned from Amino as a whole. You can't go on there again. You can like you make friends and then lose them by being banned from a community, which happened to me, which really pissed me off. So like in
Yeah.
that sense, I'd say Amino is worse. So it causes way more drama as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Amino. We did Amino last time. We did
Yeah.
Amino last time.
Now I will say, if you guys want to see us talk about Amino, I'll drop that down in the link too. I'll make sure to make a playlist on Just Keep It Going episode 1. This is episode 2, of course. Next week we'll be doing episode 3. Hopefully Joker will be back. I know Gogeta appeared for like 2 seconds left, but you know.
We're gonna do.
I confident that.
Yeah. One more thing. Saw us on Twitter, guys. Saitama's not a gag character. Shut up. Shut up.
We can
It's
talk
not.
about that next week if you want. We can talk about why Saitama.
That sounds absolutely thick right now. That sounds delicious.
Check me out on
I'm
Twitter.
tired of it.
I'll post.
I'm tired of any Twitter hyping up Saitama. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped now.
So I'll post my Twitter down below. That way you guys can vote what you want to do next time for Death Battle. We'll come up with some ideas, and then you guys vote. We got a good amount last time.
Yeah.
I think that sounds fine. Anything else?
Nah, we're good.
Yeah, I think that's all we need to say.
Alright, well, make sure to hit a like, guys. Subscribe. I'll see
Hit
if I
that
can.
bell notification.
Yeah, you know it. Alright, see you guys.